Okay, so I am here just outside of downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, and I am on the campus of St. Augustine University. And today I am filming a national historic landmark. I am filming St. Agnes Hospital. And it's going to be difficult because it is 100 degrees outside. At least by the index, it's like 106. So it's not going to tickle. It's a little warm. You can see I'm glistening now. Just turned the air conditioner off in my car and instantly it is in oven mode. But I'm still excited because this place is awesome. It's beautiful and I can't wait to show it to you. So without further ado, St. Agnes Hospital. So as you could probably tell, despite being abandoned and no longer in use, the outside of the building is actually still in pretty good shape, and they plan on reopening it at some point and using it for something medical related. It is a national historic landmark, as I said. So obviously they want to keep it intact as much as possible. You can see all the overgrowth in there. It's a little habitat, this little ecosystem going on in there right now. Still beautiful though. The stone is beautiful. It was actually quarried here on campus. Wow. And the outside of the building is in really, really good shape. So I'd really like to see what they turn this into. And I'm really excited to see how it turns out because this has got to be one of the most beautiful buildings in Raleigh. It was a black hospital. It was, if I'm not mistaken, the largest black hospital between New Orleans and Washington, D.C., or the best functioning segregated hospital between New Orleans and Washington, D.C. One of its most famous patients and unfortunate most famous deaths was Jack Johnson. Now, I'm not talking about the Hawaiian folk singer whose songs you lifted off the LimeWire in like 2006. Wow, look at this. Oh man, that's beautiful. It's just like its own little ecosystem back there. Man, awesome. But Jack Johnson was the heavyweight champion of the world, one of the first household names in terms of athletes in the United States, especially black athletes. And the reason he was in the news recently, you may have heard that Sylvester Stallone, of all people, went to President Trump and was able to get him pardoned for some crimes that were just pretty much bogus. At that time, when the early 1900s, he was dating a lot of white women, and people didn't like that at the time. Him being a black boxer and all. So he inevitably got in trouble. He fled to France and a few other places. Eventually came back home, served this time, and later was in a car crash in Franklin, North Carolina. I think it's Franklin or Franklinton or something of that matter. But anyway, he was in a car crash. The hospital in the area that he was closest to wouldn't take care of him because he was an African American, and he was taken to St. Agnes and they treated him, but he unfortunately at that point succumbed to his injuries, and many people think that he could have been saved if he would have been treated at the other hospital. So but Jack Johnson, recently pardoned by Donald Trump, was unfortunately passed away here. This building is friggin' beautiful. I mean, there's no other way around it. Even as is a quality historic landmark. It is kind of humbling to be here because it really, really is beautiful. You see the big smokestack here in the background. Let's go check this out because I don't even know what this is. But it's awesome. Covered in ivy also. I don't know if this was part of the hospital or part of the university. I probably should know what this is or what it was, but I don't. All I know is that's probably a smokestack, and I may even be wrong about that. So, but it looks like that's what that would be. Man. Now, I should probably note that I actually have permission to be here, just being a National Historic Landmark. You can't just go tramping around wherever you want. A kind gentleman named Eric from the university, who's this hospital is still on the campus of St. Augustine University. I guess it's owned by St. Augustine University, I'm assuming. But anyway, a gentleman by the name of Eric Curry kindly granted me permission to come on the property, and it was very gracious of him, considering that I wandered on his property illegally about 2 weeks ago. Because I didn't see any no trespassing signs. There was a hole in the fence where you can get through, but now I know better. So, but he was kind enough. I emailed him. He gave me his business card. I emailed him. We set up a meeting, and he allowed me to come in. And I guess I'm gonna walk in here. I don't know how safe it is, but we're gonna do it. Looks like there's like a little path here. So let's do it. Let's kind of wander in. It is North Carolina. It is like 100 some odd degrees. Look at the blackberries kind of growing in this old hospital. I don't know if you can see them right there, but yeah. I might be stalling a little. I don't know. Let's see. Wow. But this was once an operating hospital. And like I said before, I mean, even though it's obviously the inside of it is a little nature habitat, the outside is still in really good shape. I mean, it looks like they can just kind of come in here, weed everything out, and just kind of rebuild it pretty quick, you know. You still see the steel beams up there. Wow. Trying to get past this little area here without being pricked by anything, because it's a little thorny in here. Let's get past this. Oh, sorry, this probably isn't good. Camera right here. Oh yeah. Ouch, that hurt. Man. It's so peaceful back here. I'm probably ruining it with my big mouth, but just the birds chirping. I just hope this camera just captures how beautiful this is. I know a lot of you who are probably videographers, went to film school, or just know anything at all about cameras, probably get really frustrated with my camera work. I am a novice in every sense of the word, especially with this gimbal. I just bought this thing, but it's freaking awesome. I'm using a Zune Smooth Q, and I'm using my iPhone because my iPhone shoots 4K 60, and I already had it, and I wanted to start vlogging. And I'm like, you know what? Why wait to buy a camera? Let's just start vlogging. If I keep waiting to get all my ducks in a row, I'm never gonna do it. So I decided to start with my phone, and eventually I'll get a dedicated camera, a DSLR or something, and use that bad boy. But right now I'm just using this, and I don't think I'm going in here. I just don't see any way it's possible. They left the flooring in this part of the hospital, and you can see it's kind of torn down now. Man, this place is beautiful. It really is. St.Agnes Hospital, look it up. I am in talks with the gentleman I mentioned before, Eric, concerning possible donations or, you know, ways for you to contribute to the preservation of this hospital, or rehabilitation of it, even better. Like I said, they don't have intentions of making this an actual hospital again, but something medical related, like a healthcare center or something like that. But it is a National Historic Landmark, and it does need to be, it's a very important landmark, so it needs to be taken care of. And so I'll be putting links in the description. Once Eric finds a place, he'll get back with me, and he'll find a place that maybe you can donate or contribute in some way. But wow, I really hope that they take care of this place and keep it up, which seems like they do. They honor it. You know, it was they there's a fence around it. Like I said, don't go doing what I did and coming back here and trying to look at this place illegally. It's disrespectful. I didn't really know the history at the time. I just saw, oh, abandoned St. Agnes Hospital. Let's go there and check it out. And went through a hole in the fence, and Eric is the one who saw me instead of a police officer, fortunately, and he kindly asked me not to do that. So let's just take one more walk around the building, kind of just take it all in. All right, well, thank you all again for joining me today. Thanks to St. Augustine University and Eric for letting me check out this beautiful historic landmark, this piece of Raleigh history. It's awesome, it's beautiful. Again, I'll be posting links in the description once I find out a way for you guys to contribute or donate or get involved with the preservation of this hospital in some way. You can find me on Instagram at WesleyWanders84, on Twitter at Wesley_Wanders, and more videos to come, checking out an abandoned place later today. We'll see if I can film there, I'm not sure yet. But either way, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.